Good morning or afternoon, depending on what time you're listening to this podcast, and welcome to Do Geese Have Udders, the show where we ask the unanswered and answer the unasked, looking at news and online stuff too. I'm Mark Gooch, and joined by my good friend Matthew Thompson. You right, Matt?
The Lord has been with me for a long time.
Good. Then let's start the show. So, Matt, I want to talk about something that we spoke about in... I don't know if this is this the second series of Do Geese Have Udders, or is this just part 2 of series 1?
This is 2020 edition.
2020 edition. That did not answer my question at all.
Part 2.
Anyway, last year, I should just say. So last year when we were doing the podcast...
Last decade, yes.
At some point, we had a conversation about the Dodo. Do you remember that conversation, Matt?
No. It was like 3 months ago, but yeah, I'll say yes, just... to carry on, yes.
Fantastic. Right, so we were talking about it, and I believed that the dodo is the only animal to have ever gone extinct by being wiped out by one human. Do you remember that?
Yes, I actually do.
Good.
I thought you were going to say the dodo is the only animal to get extinct.
Yes, of course it is. Yeah, definitely is. I watched Journey to the Centre of the Earth. They're all alive, just down there. So anyway, the dodo, I did some research on it.
Yes.
By literally just typing in how the dodo died.
Yes.
Which would have been a lot easier thing to have done back then, when we last did the episode. Anyway.
Yeah, I told you.
So I was very close. And by very close, I mean I was closer than being further away, but it wasn't one man.
Is it two? I mean, they have to row a boat. You can't have a one man sailing a boat.
Right, what do you mean row a boat, Matt? They weren't in this little dinghy thing, rowed to this magical island.
A log boat. It's not hard to hollow out a log. How do you think they travelled the seas?
Where do you think these dodos were located?
I have no. I honestly have no clue.
Row something equivalent to a canoe.
I mean, they're fat birds, so it's somewhere cold. I'm guessing. But then again, turkeys are somewhere warm.
Yeah. Anyway, so the dodo, or do you want to guess its Latin name?
No. Le dodo.
La dodo. Latin, not French.
Oh. Le dodo.
La dodo. Raphus cucullatus. You know, that
definitely not reading that.
Famous phrase. It's commonly believed that the dodo went extinct because Dutch sailors ate the beast to extinction after finding that the bird was incredibly easy to catch.
Oh yeah, they didn't run.
No, it's not so much that they didn't run. It's just that
they didn't. I know they didn't view the humans as a predator because they've never seen the human before. So they were just like, "What is this pink ting? Oh, it's got me by the neck."
Oh, yeah, so it's just lifting up. I mean, you're incredibly close. It's not necessarily that they didn't fear humans. It's just that they didn't fear many creatures at that time because they had no natural predators whatsoever. So they didn't see anything as a threat. And so, as I said, it was commonly believed that these sailors, this group of sailors, they're still, it's more than one person, definitely.
Yeah, they had to get there.
But it's not a lot of people. Just one.
It's probably a ship.
One group of sailors. How big are you picturing a ship of people?
I'm going to get from the most scientific area of ships that I know is Pirates of the Caribbean. So I'm going to say about 20... No, that's more than that. 30 maybe? 30
I probably would have said somewhere between 20 and 30. I don't know how big
I've never been a pirate, so... Oh, actually, I just went up in primary school, but that's another story for another day.
But it was noted... Do you know where when these dodos went extinct, allegedly? What year do you think? Because this will be interesting.
No. it was an ice age, or after an ice age, I'm guessing. Probably Ice Age 4. No, Ice Age 1, because I had to get all the melons. I honestly have no clue.
Do you at least guess a year?
Oh, a year? No, because I honestly I don't have any reference point. I'm going to guess 1,000 years.
Well, it's noted that the sailors landed and settled on the island around 1598. That's a long time.
Yeah. I mean, they should have
long
farmed
time.
it. Imagine how nice dodos would have been if they hunted them to extinction.
Well, you're a few hundred years out to find out.
Yeah.
Because only these guys will know. But
let's ask them.
But yeah, so apparently, obviously, they were so easy to catch, and then clearly were so tasty. They didn't actually bring any back on the ship. So it was purely they were all wiped out on that island. And so where you said these guys must have brought them back, and I think it was quote unquote, look at these fat birds, man. They didn't. They didn't take any back because they hunted them all on the land. However, apparently in a paper released by the Oxford University of Natural History, apparently they believe it's actually the animals that the sailors brought with them that are also reasons why these birds went extinct. So he's
yeah, they had
saying,
dogs.
yeah, exactly. They said pigs, dogs, and rats are all animals to have said developed a taste for dodo eggs.
Oh yeah, that would stop them.
You would have forgotten about the eggs, didn't you? I forgot about the eggs entirely as well. Just
I mean, I'd think they would just grab the eggs and fry them up if they knew what frying eggs were back then.
what? So well, that's what I mean. Is that they obviously cooked dodo eggs and ate dodo, but it wasn't just the sailors' fault. They clearly then must have been looking at, okay, we do want to keep some of these, but obviously they brought pigs, dogs, and unintentionally, hopefully, rats on their boat,
Well, yeah, they would always be on the boat.
and that just ruined all the ecosystem for the animal. And so as a result, the species was cripplingly endangered and faded from existence. And the exact date, though, humans came into contact with dodo first is apparently up for debate. But as I said, some point... Oh, they're saying, between 1507 and 1598 is the first time we would have seen the dodo. And clearly the last.
Amazing.
I know, it's incredibly amazing. So there we go. We've actually fixed a fact which we brought up
Which
last
you got
year.
wrong.
Which I got wrong. I was close, and it's a topic of
I
conversation.
think I was closer. Have you heard of the kind of the miniature island where all the animals on the island like got miniaturized, like they shrunk because the food resources were like lower and they were trapped on the island, so they had to shrink. I think what was the animal? It was either elephants or I want to say woolly mammoths, but I don't think it is.
What on earth are you talking about?
Well, there was an island
Yeah.
and there was a bunch of animals on it. Well, not a bunch. There was a few animals.
Is
on
this
it.
real? Is this a
Yeah,
real
this
thing?
is a fact.
Okay.
And because the food was so like rare, because of evolution.
Yeah.
Sorry, God. Because of evolution, the bigger animals would starve, so the smaller ones would thrive because they don't have to eat as much. They don't make as much energy.
Okay.
So they would have like mini elephants, mini pigs. I don't know what was on this island. This will be like series 3 where we finally go back to this fact.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had a bunch of small animals, and it's quite cool, I guess. Then they hunted them and killed everything there, like humans do.
Was there any point to that? Was it just the interesting?
That's an
thing?
interesting fact that there was just an island full of small animals that we have to.
You dropped the breadsticks.
Oh no! That we had today, and they were just miniaturized.
Oh.
I hear a police car.
You do hear a police car.
I watched a cool show which I thought was quite interesting.
What was it called?
I think it was called After Earth or something on those lines.
Will Smith. Is it?
No, that's a film. No,
Yeah,
no.
There's Afterlife, which is on Netflix.
Maybe.
And After Earth. I think they're the only two I know.
Not After Earth. That's a silly film.
Yeah, it's a terrible film.
Yeah, it's basically they go like a couple years and they tell us what happens, like what animals would survive. So like 10,000 years later there'll be another ice age. It's like what would survive?
Oh, I see. This would
Yeah.
be fascinating. I'm completely unaware of this show.
And it's actually quite insane because they, instead of like guessing, they actually went to scientists.
Yes.
And like in a long time mammals will be extinct.
A lot of mammals probably would, yeah.
And I think it was like 9 million billion, or I'm gonna say 9 million years. Spiders were farming mammals, were farming little rats so they could eat. This is all a guess, but it's quite spooky to see.
Yeah, well, that's what I think. Insects, especially grounded insects like spiders and obviously cockroaches, we know they can survive nuclear
They
explosions.
actually never came back, you know.
What didn't?
The cockroaches, they never came, or maybe because they're too predictable. Like, oh yeah, cockroaches. No.
Oh, yeah, of course they'll be alive. We won't bother with them. But no, that's what I think though. Things like flies and things like I think certain ones of them because they'll be
Yeah,
hunted.
rats, flies, cockroaches OP, so that's extinct. But in the very end, when like literally everything's extinct, like
Once we're all gone as well.
yeah,
I
mammals.
presume.
Oh, we're well gone.
Yeah.
So we're on another planet in this scenario. Mammals are gone.
Mm-hmm.
It's just squids swinging around in trees.
Squids swinging around in trees.
Yeah, you have to watch it. I'll send you the links. It's quite interesting
Do you remember why they were swinging around in trees?
because there's these big sharks. Sharks apparently are going to survive like the whole way because they've been here since the dinosaur ages, like before them,
Mm-hmm.
and they're going to be there till the end, apparently, because there's so many of them and they're so good at hunting. And they're going to hunt in packs and things like that.
I'm still confused. But squids can't survive that long out of water. Why are they swinging around
You forget,
in trees?
this is 10 million years of evolution.
Right. So then I think then at some point along then squids have developed
Yeah.
the ability to breathe out of water.
No, I think they actually hold water.
Oh.
Yeah, I think they hold water in this scenario. They might be. There's a giant one and one that swings in trees, but I think the giant one holds water and the swinging one doesn't. I think that can breathe. But there's a flish,
A fish.
which is a flying fish. It's insane. Oh,
Will flying fish exist though, or do you mean like an actual?
an actual flying fish like a bird.
Okay.
But it's insane. All the animals that are in the future are just birds. Like just birds that are like evolved to look like mammals, like with beaks and things like that. Like just
Well,
because
a lot of dinosaurs were those, I guess, weren't they?
Yeah,
They were obviously
yeah.
these big bird mammally
because
things.
they will always survive.
Yeah.
And bats are scary. Don't
Well,
want to go. Don't want to go near a evolved bat. They're terrible. They're scary.
What happens to them?
Well, they just get really big and they just turn into like the best hunters because they can use echolocation and just see you in the dark.
You know, massive bats already exist. Man-sized bats exist.
Yeah, these things are like wolves. It's quite spooky.
Because I can't remember what it's called, but I think it's just like man bats or something. But
I don't
they're in
believe you.
They're in Australia. They're about the size of a child.
That's pretty big. I mean, that's not that big, but yeah, these ones are like wolf size and they're quite scary. They can't fly anymore. They just run around.
So they're just wolves, but with wings that are not functional.
They don't have wings. But yeah.
Oh, so it's just a wolf then, isn't it?
Well, no, because it hasn't got eyes. It's a bat.
Bats have eyes. Bats have good eyesight.
Right,
That's a
once
common.
again, this is very far in the future.
Okay.
About
yeah.
a million, billion, trillion.
Okay, so bats lose their eyes and then become wolves.
No, they look like wolves. They're still terrifying.
Right.
I think I'm getting sidetracked on a different show.
I think you're crossing Game of Thrones with.
I haven't watched that. I think it's Primeval.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, you are picturing Primeval. So I've got an interesting question for you, Matt,
Hit me.
as usual. So something else which I saw on Instagram, which I don't think you've seen, is this guy called Ben Grills. Not Bear Grylls,
Yeah, you got me.
Ben Grills. And
Copycat.
he holds the world record for the highest open-air formal dinner party held in a hot air balloon at 7,600 metres. There's a little picture of him for you. He's having a dinner party. And so that got me thinking, Matt.
Why is he doing on his own?
I don't know. It's quite sad, though, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you do all this thing and you can't even get like a girl from Tinder just to be like, yo, you want to hop up in a balloon?
Do you want to come up to my dinner party?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way out or down, but
That's a shame.
that is, that's cool, but sad.
Well, that was my next question then, Matt. Is where is the best place to have a formal dinner party?
The moon, done. Next question.
No,
No.
has,
No, I'm
has to
joking.
be possible. Like you wouldn't have thought that really was a thing.
I think on top of a lavender farm would be quite nice.
On top of a lavender farm,
Well, like kind of what he's doing. I know there's in London. There's a restaurant where you can go really high and
the
eat
open
quite-
air restaurant.
Yeah,
Right,
I
I can
saw
tell
a
you-
YouTube video of that.
I can tell you straight away, Matt. Do you know where that was based? Right outside my university for
Yeah,
a
that's
solid
it.
couple of months. And every now and again, we'd look out the window, and they would be the same height as us.
Did anything drop?
What from their thing?
Yeah, like food, cutlery, bowls, plates.
Not that we saw. We weren't spying on them 24/7, but we liked the. But our university is higher than them, so occasionally
Yeah.
we would go slightly above, and we could sort of see just what's on their table and stuff.
Like, boo! You ordered the salad.
Well, there's a little story that somehow reminded me of. Is one or two of my friends are very operations people, so they do like camera work and all that.
Yes.
And so they have walkie-talkies that they've bought and programmed. And at one point, they realised that the people running that Sky meal catering thing had it on the same frequency as their walkie-talkies.
Well, yeah, they would
And
have
so
to
just
use
so just every now and again, if they heard it coming through on their walkie-talkie, like unintentionally, they would just pick it up and go, "Yeah, we'll have another bottle of champagne up here, please, mate. Yeah, cheers, mate." And we just sit there and wait. And it was
There it goes.
yeah, it was like that's ours. We did that.
Wrong champagne, mate.
I don't think it was champagne, but it was something. Oh no, and there was another one of, I think it was going on for a little while that he just picked up and went, "Guys, can we please be professional, keep the channel clear, all right, no mucking about." What a man! But they've taken it down now. The one that was outside the O2, because I presume it was only a temporary thing. Then they had some building there for a while. I can't remember what it's for. It might have been for the tennis players, I think. But that's all gone now, so it might be coming back this year.
I mean, it's a good
I
idea.
don't know.
But back to the original question.
Oh yes, of course, yes. Where is the best place to have a formal dinner party? Was the
I would
question.
love an open tent, like I said, in the middle of a lavender field, because it would be a lovely colour of purple.
But you wouldn't see anything. Could you be in the tent?
No. The sides would be up.
Oh, okay.
So like a marquee,
Like
when
a
I say
marquee,
big, I
yeah.
mean big.
Okay.
Like sides up,
Mhm.
formal dress.
Yeah.
It would smell lovely,
Mm-hmm.
and then you'll get used to the lavender smell. but not so used to it that it's like, oh, there's nothing here.
Wouldn't that be quite overpowering?
No.
All that lavender?
Maybe. I've never been in a field of lavender.
But you're just assuming.
Yeah, but then you get the food out and you can just smell the food because there's nothing but lavender. But then this food will hit you and it will taste much better.
Okay, so we've got lavender field. So where would this lavender field be? Is this in the UK? Is
Probably
this
on a
somewhere
field
else?
somewhere. I don't know, some land. Oh, where can lavender grow?
In the ground, Matt.
Oh, actually, it's out the ground. It's not a potato, Michael.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm such an idiot.
It's right, mate. We all have mistakes. Well, lavender can grow in England because I used to have a bush of it in my front garden.
Yeah.
So I'd say somewhere hot, so not England.
Spain, Italy,
Yeah, let's go Spain.
Russia.
I got good facts about Russia, but that's another time.
I look forward to it.
It's good. But yeah, Spain.
So Spain, a lavender field, massive marquee thing
That can go in the air.
that can go in the what?
Yeah, I've upgraded it. It can lift up. Sir, the lavender smells. Oh, sorry. Let me just lift us up.
Yeah, sorry, let's go find another place, and you take off and find a new field to go and sit in.
Actually, I changed my mind again.
Oh God, what?
I think under the ocean would be quite sick.
That's what I would have said.
Nah, beat to it. You have to change your answer now.
I just don't.
Yeah, you do.
I don't have to listen to you.
I read your mind. I think under the ocean would also be quite cool. It depends what sense I want to go crazy with. If I want my eyes to be, this is awesome, under the ocean. If I want my nose to be like, it smells delicious, lavender field. If I want to hear stuff.
Now I find that fascinating. Then that you're choosing places based on not so all your senses are happy, but so you're basically making one sense
Yeah, well, you don't want to get overwhelmed.
really key to it. That's an interesting way to think.
Well, I was thinking hearing. I was like, you could have animals, but then you get poo everywhere and it stink. So, what would make your hearing good? Classical music.
I was say you go somewhere either really quiet or really loud.
I have to just
if you
think
want to-
music. Like some geezer playing a piano in the corner would be quite a full orchestra, and you're just around you and you're eating. Don't want to whisper though.
That'd be nice. Would it just be like just your one table in there, you and this person, or you?
No,
and
it'd
this
be like
kind of
the
people,
Instagram, just me and my ones.
just like Ben Grills.
Yeah.
7,000 meters in the air and just.
But yeah, we won't get into
All
touch because then this show will get banned.
Yes,
So-
it will, because I won't edit it that far. Hey, thanks for listening to our podcast. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future episodes. And why not follow us on Twitter too, because we post updates, behind the scenes stuff, and just general other news about the channel. Link in the description below. Got any topics or questions that you think need a proper answer or maybe have yet to even be asked? Drop it in the comments below and we might include it in a future episode. Until next time.